morning, everyone.
Good morning.
All right, today we're going to get started on exploring the conflict that we're going to be making our topic for GATE Symposium this year. So GATE Symposium this year is all about relevant resolutions. The entire theme, the premise, our goal for this entire project is to come up with a solution or a resolution towards the end so that we can share those ideas, our creative, innovative ideas, with all those who come to see our presentations. So not only is this a research project, but it's also a way for us to problem solve and to think critically. So can anyone tell me what relevant might mean, or what ideas does the idea of relevance mean to you?
Solutions that are helpful to society.
Okay, solutions that are helpful to society. So you're basically saying all of this, right? All right, so we'll put that here. Solutions that are helpful to society. Okay, what else? What other things what does relevant mean? If you had to look up relevant, so look on your second page here, what does it say? What are things that are relevant?
Meaningful.
More meaningful, exactly. Great job. You know how when we were talking about writing our argumentative essays, I told you guys make sure that you write to the prompt, right? I said don't write an off-topic essay, right? So it's the same kind of idea. When you have something that's relevant, instead of it being off-topic, it's the opposite of that, so it's very on-topic. Okay, and when I say it's on-topic, it means that it's relevant to our time now, okay? So it relates to current times.
It must make sense.
Yes, it must make sense. Excellent. And it must matter to whom? To you. It must matter to you. Must matter to you. So then the next thing is resolutions. So someone earlier said solutions. What other words do you guys think resolutions means? It could be a decision, right? Good. So I know you guys are learning about, I know the 8th graders right now are learning about our founding fathers and how they started the government. In order to start the government, they had to do a lot of what? They had to do a lot of what? Yeah. Yeah, they had to make a lot of compromises. So it could be a compromise, right? A compromise is when two parties have to come up with a way they can both agree, even if they don't get 100% of their way. So a compromise does not mean that both sides of the party are happy. In fact, do you guys think that most resolutions in this world make both sides of the issue really, really happy, like they got everything they wanted? No, it can't, because one side wants something and the other side wants something else. They have to figure out a way that they can bridge that gap, right? And that would be the resolution. It can be an agreement. It can be a decision. There's a lot of different things it could be. And when you guys get your books for Symposium for this year, you're going to see an entire list of resolution words so that you understand that resolutions can be a multitude of different things, okay? Remember, resolutions help lessen the problem. It doesn't solve it completely, okay? For example, world hunger. You can come up with a resolution that might mitigate, which means to lessen the harshness of, that might mitigate world hunger by 20%, which in the big picture is a lot. That's like millions of people or children, right? But you're not going to say that through this one idea, you can completely eradicate world hunger down to 0%. Okay? So a resolution doesn't mean that it's like a complete cure-all. Okay? It's a step towards a better future, an improvement to make a situation less bad, if that makes sense. There's going to be an entire little like map thing that you're going to do and everything. You'll see it in the book. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I want you guys to really start exploring your topic. So if you're going to have to find a relevant resolution to something, then what do you guys think your topics are going to be surrounding? What idea? What of the 10 universal themes do you think we're going to be focusing on this year? Everyone probably knows it. Say it out loud.
Community.
Conflict? Both? Okay, great. So conflict and community. That's correct. Because actually conflict happens in the context of communities. And it happens between communities. So I'm really glad you said that. Because it shows you the layers that are involved within conflict. Okay? That was excellent. So we have this year, our big, major focus is conflict. Okay? So that means this year, your driving question has to have the word conflict or any other conflict word. And don't worry, I already created an entire list, Ms. Romeo and I. We wrote down a list of like 40 different words you can use instead of using the word conflict. Because it would be kind of boring if you're walking around the gym and you see everyone's beautiful trifold board and every single driving question, like all 200 of them, say the word conflict. It's like redundant. Remember, you know how I feel about redundancy, right? So instead of saying the word conflict, you can say dilemma, you can say problem, challenge, you can say disagreement, you can say war, you can say so many different words. I have a whole list that I came up with, okay? So you have to have that word conflict in your driving question. And your idea, whatever you do for your topic this time, has to be a conflict within that topic that you're passionate about, okay? So give me any topic. What's an interesting topic that you guys can think of? Okay, immigration. You can start researching that, and then you can inform us. And it's not just that you're teaching the teacher, which is pretty cool, okay? You're going to be able to teach your whole school, all your peers, as well as community members who come and look at your project. So this is not the cool part about Symposium, as you guys know, because most of you guys have done it before, it's not about like keeping your ideas within the four walls of our classroom. We get to really share. This is an opportunity for you to teach people, and that's an awesome thing. That's why sometimes when we have symposium night, some people leave in tears. Some people leave like passionate about an issue that they want to make a change in. They leave empowered. They leave feeling like, wow, I learned something so interesting, and that really bothers me, like whatever problem that I heard about, and I want to do something about it. So imagine the impact you guys are going to have. I'm not even being cheesy right now. You might have an impact on the actual problem when you guys actually present these things to the community, because you don't know who's going to come by, okay? So you do have a great big platform that you're going to be on. So use this opportunity wisely and do a really good job, all right? So when we talk about conflict, and you said, what did you say? Immigration. So let's say we have the topic of immigration. So we have our topic, okay? All right? So what you're going to do next is you're going to start researching immigration. You don't know your conflict yet. Don't think that you know your conflict right from the get-go. In fact, most people slightly tweak their topic while they research. So they all think, oh, I'm going to do like the DREAM Act. I'm going to do DACA. And then they realize, wait a minute, there's something else that I realize is more interesting within immigration issues. So you might change your topic slightly, because as you research more, you're going to find a different topic that you're more interested in or invested in, or something that's a different thing that people don't usually talk about. So that makes it more interesting because you get to like investigate it and reveal it to people, right? So when you guys go to the conflict right here, or the topic section, you could now, after you go to the, after you have your topic, you're going to start researching, okay? So when you research, there's a bunch of sources you can use, okay? So this initial research process, stage 1, you're totally fine to use just regular news sites. You can go to NPR, BBC, the New York Times, the LA Times. Just research it. Just see what's going on about this issue, okay, about immigration. After you research it, you can come up with a specific conflict within the issue, all right? That's when you become more specific to the conflict. And now, let's pretend after you talk about immigration, you talk about conflict, and then let's say, what would be a very specific conflict within immigration? What would you say?
Deportation.
Okay, so deportation. We can talk about policies about deportation. We can talk about, instead of talking about those societal things, you can talk about community or like even family ties. How does deportation create conflict or create a challenge within a family, right? Or within children, all right? Or even their mental health, or how does it affect and then you can really zoom out too. How does it affect our relationship with other countries, right? America's relationship, so our state of affairs with the global scheme of things. So there's so many ways you can look at conflict. Through the conflict of deportation within the topic of immigration. So if your conflict is deportation, then outside of that conflict is your topic, right? Your topic, you started off with immigration, right? And then after a lot of research, you decided that you really want to specifically focus on deportation. And now it's your time to do that deeper research. So when you do the deeper research, you'll get closer and closer to coming up with your driving question, which is going to be a different video. But as you guys do your research, I need you to work on your article tags, okay? So if you're doing a level 1 project, which means you're a 6th grader, you're a 7th grader, you're an avid student, or it's your very first time doing symposium. So as an 8th grader, it's your first time doing symposium ever, you're going to do level 1, all right? A level 1 student is going to have about 3 to 4, possibly 5 articles, okay? If you're a level 2 student, a level 2 student is an 8th grader or someone who has done GATE Symposium for 2 or more years. You are going to get 8 to 10 or more articles, okay? Yes, I'm sorry, but not sorry. Trust me, it's going to make your research really solid, okay?
Hi students, so I just told you all about how to do your exploration of your topic or even how to come up with a topic. So I want to show you guys some parts in the book that are very important for you to know exist. If you go to chapter 3, you will see that there is a section called resources. So in this section, which starts on page 25, you will see that there are plenty of things that will definitely help you as you complete those article tags. For example, you will see the crab checker and the article tag example, including a correctly filled out example of an article tag. You'll also see all of the generalizations under conflict, the depth and the GATE depth and complexity icons, as well as the GATE content imperatives. So make sure you bookmark this section, the resource section, to check it out. Something else that you should notice is on the next page, on page 26, you'll notice that there are several templates and websites that we personally created just for you to support you this year. The first one is going to be a link to a doc, a Google Doc, which you all have access to, which has clickable links. The clickable links go to all of the sources that are very helpful for students to find amazing information for their research. Go to chapter 4, page 39. You will see that this entire section is exactly what I talked about in this video. It's all about exploring your topic through scholarly research. Watch the next video to learn more about scholarly research. In that video, you will see information on how to research online, where to find excellent sources, and how to fill out the article tag for your research. So when we ask you what your topic is, we don't want you to say, my topic is global warming, my topic is food. That's not really a topic yet. Yes, it is a first step, but if you look up articles on just food, you're going to be bombarded with probably millions or hundreds of millions of articles on so many different issues and topics. And also, we're really focusing on the theme of conflict this year. So that's why we made the conflict generalizations on the back of the book, to reiterate that your topic that's going to become your driving question and the foundation of your project needs to be about a conflict, okay? So if you're going to do food, then look up a conflict within the food industry, or maybe how people feel about food or the relationship to food. If you're doing global warming, then you have to look up a conflict within global warming. Are there conflicts within the sciences? Are there conflicts between different systems? Is there conflict within the system of global warming? What are the natural or man-made elements of it? How do those two things sometimes oppose each other, and how does that affect policies that are made, et cetera, et cetera. There's so many ways to take it, but you have to make sure that you zero in on a specific conflict within your topic. You can't just say my topic is global warming. Got it? So good luck, scholars. We're very excited to see what you come up with, and we're excited to learn from you all. Bye.